8 Tricks to Wear Heels All Night Long. Heels are attractive forms of footwear that have been fashionable ever since they first appeared. However, if you wear heels for a long time, they can be uncomfortable. Although many people think that wearing heels means having to put up with the discomfort, this doesn't need to be true. There are a number of tricks that you can use to stay comfortable and enjoy your heels while looking beautiful and sophisticated. In this article, we'll tell you some of the most basic and tricks to help you to stay fashionable with these long and stylish shoes. However, we always recommend that you don't wear heels too much, or wear heels that are too high, to avoid health problems. 1. Don't take off your heels because you're tired. It might sound cruel, but the moment you take off your heels to rest for a few minutes, you'll aggravate the pain. Once you take off your footwear, the inflammation will get worse. It'll feel like it improves momentarily. However, once you put your shoes back on, the pain will be worse. This is because your feet won't go in as easily as before. 2. Try out your new shoes beforehand. If you're thinking of wearing new shoes, be careful, and in particular with heels. If it's for a party or some other event where you're going to be on your feet or walking for a long time, it's best that you try out the heels first. Therefore, it's recommended that you use them occasionally, and each time for a little longer, so that you get used to them. This is especially important if you're someone who rarely wears heels. In this case, you'll be sure to have many calluses, blisters, and cracks, and you'll tire quickly. Always try them out a few times and wear them at home to adjust them to your feet. 3. Make sure you're wearing the correct size. Although it might seem obvious, people often make the mistake of wearing the wrong size shoe. Maybe it's because the shoes that we really want are only available in a different size, or simply because we don't know the correct size. It's really important that you find out the correct size for you. This way, you'll avoid uncomfortable cuts and won't end up throwing your heels to the back of your wardrobe. It's really important to wear the correct size to avoid future annoyance. Although they might be very pretty, don't wear shoes that are too small or too big. 4. Put them in the freezer to make them softer. Sometimes, heels are made out of very hard materials that don't adjust easily to the foot. This can cause cuts to your feet because of the friction. To make sure that this doesn't happen to you, put them in the freezer with 2 bags of water inside. You can also put a number of balls of slightly damp newspaper inside and leave them out of the wardrobe for a week before using them. This way, the material will be a little more flexible, adapt easier to your foot, and cause less friction. 5. Use orthopedic insoles. Using orthopedic insoles provides better support for your foot. Furthermore, they're a softer texture, which is better for your soles. Since they're cushioned, they also provide better comfort. Generally, they're recommended for cushioning your feet and reducing pain, particularly in the heel and metatarsal bones. Equally, insoles will help prevent bunions and calluses, so we recommend you wear them with all your shoes, not just with your heels. Although they're quite sophisticated, classic stiletto heels tend to be a little unstable and uncomfortable. If you're not a professional when it comes to heels, it's best you avoid them. Instead, opt for wider heels, which are much more stable and you won't lose balance so easily. 7. Avoid rubbing by using moisturizer. Before using your heels, apply a good amount of moisturizer to your feet and also rub a little inside the shoes so that the material can soften a little. Let it dry completely and then put on your heels. Doing this will keep your skin hydrated and it won't rub so much. 8. Be prepared. If, despite all these tips, you don't feel comfortable and your heels still hurt, then you've obviously come to the point where you need to drop the heels and return to flat shoes. Therefore, always try to carry a pair of comfortable shoes with you, especially if you need to rest after standing or walking for a long time.